So what is STEM in your own words?
Basically, hands-on learning is what I like to think of it as. It's more, you do the actual stuff instead of just book work.
It's pretty simple, I reckon. It's a lot of hands-on, and that's what makes it fun.
Me, STEM is a place where I can teach a bunch of students who are keen on learning science and who have a little bit of science background and are interested in science. For me, the reason I became a science teacher is I wanted to give back to the science community, wanted to teach students who were interested in science, especially females, because there's a lack of females in science. So to me, the STEM program here is just teaching a bunch of kids who like science.
To me, STEM is it's really fun to me. It's a hands-on activity. You learn a lot of things, do a lot of things, and it's not just a STEM project. To me, it's more than a pathway. Science, we do science, technology, engineering, and math. Learn a lot about plants and work with a lot of fish and do a lot of things with aquaculture.
In your own words, to me, STEM is, in all honesty, and as cheesy as it might sound, STEM is basically your future. The careers in which you can really make a difference for yourself and for your family and for your community, I think, are all in STEM related fields.
So, STEM in my own words. Honestly, it's a pretty fun experience. There were some kind of moments in my time here that I've been like, really want to leave. But at the end of the day, you look back and you're like, man, I'm glad I'm in STEM. Because you got like a lot of cool opportunities that you can do. I would have never learned half of what I know now about agriculture had I not been in STEM. And it's kind of piqued my interest for that, as well as like welding, just woodworking. I mean, there's a bunch of different opportunities that I've had in STEM that I wouldn't have had in any other class.
So STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math, which is a way to say that we try to put those different categories together, those different topics together, to form a better, well-rounded education for the students.
STEM in 5 years it's going to probably be a good program and stuff around the world. Many people need to know all the things that's in STEM, and
I feel like STEM is our future because I don't think a lot of kids think of it as a big thing now, but in 5 years we're going to have a lot more things that are like technical, and I feel like kids are going to want to learn more about the new stuff that we have coming out, because obviously we have a lot of stuff coming out now. Just think about what it's going to be in 5 years.
Well, I just see the STEM program continuing to grow, getting better, bigger, more students, more projects, more things like the pumpkin chunkin' and all the cool things that we do in STEM, just bigger and better.
What do I think STEM is going to be like in 5 years? Like it's going to be around and stuff. STEM in 5 years, I feel like it's going to spread pretty well. You know, I hope it spreads. There's some schools that would really benefit from STEM, for sure. As far as 5 years from now, I can see STEM like growing into a bigger field, especially like in places where STEM isn't really common. Like I'm not sure if it's really common in like city areas and stuff like that, because you know STEM focuses on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So it's like it could be implemented in a city, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into STEM that could benefit people from literally anywhere. So 5 years, I hope to see it, and I figured it will be like pretty much worldwide. Maybe there will maybe like STEM meetings like for world members or something like that. Who knows? But STEM, I think, is going to do pretty well in the long run.
I see STEM turning toward computer science in the next 5 years, because when I look at the potential job openings right now, I'm seeing healthcare, engineering, and computer science fields. And right now, the state of Georgia does not have enough teachers teaching computer science, but here at Ridgeland, we've made a big push with a couple of our teachers to have an emphasis on teaching computer science. So I'm seeing us head toward computer science pathways and computer science options. Done.
So where do I see STEM in 5 years? With continued emphasis on STEM and STEM related fields, I just continue to see this thing grow and get bigger and bigger. I know there's a big push for girls to join STEM programs, and that's a big push. I just see this getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because as we realize, these jobs are the most important jobs probably out there, and with our economy and the state it's in right now, how it's growing so quickly at this point, these STEM related fields are just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And I think it's going to be a big concern for schools to turn out enough qualified employees or candidates to take those jobs and become those employees in STEM fields.
So, yes, STEM is our future, I believe, and I see it all over the world in 5 years. And I believe that because, you know, technology is going to be all over the world like it is already, but it's going to be even more. And, you know, yeah, that's how I get it.
STEM is important to me because I think it can help me in my later things I'm going to do in life, like with college. It can help me get into good colleges and stuff like that.
I joined STEM because I'm more of a hands-on activity kind of guy, and also I love working with my teachers more. And the reason other kids should join is because it's actually a really fun pathway along with your classes, and also your teachers work more with you. You get closer to your teachers, and you learn a lot more stuff and do a lot more stuff than regular classes.
So why should kids join STEM, and why did I join STEM? Well, first I joined STEM because I wanted something different. I heard about it and I was like, yo, STEM Academy sounds pretty cool, you know? They promised a bunch of cool things, and they came through with it, and it was like, I don't know, something to like set myself aside from like the rest of the kids. Like, I don't know, I just wanted to do something fun. And plus the fact they were talking like 45-minute classes, which turned out to be actually pretty nice. But why should other people join STEM? Just because like, it's a really fun program. Like, I mean, we have a lot of like ups and downs every once in a while, but all in all, it's like a really good program. And for like future kids that are coming in, STEM is honestly pretty good because it teaches you a lot of like self-reliance. They don't really give you a lot of help sometimes, and you're just like stuck on your own. Like, you have to do your STEM projects, which, you know, teaches you to rely on yourself, because my freshman year I didn't know how to. Sophomore year, a little bit better. Junior year, way better. Senior year, ain't got one, but, you know, senior projects. So yeah, I recommend STEM to anyone who wants to join.
Well, for me, I feel like the STEM students are a step or two above your average students at Ridgeland. I don't know if that's bad for me to say or not, but so for me, when my STEM students walk in here, I know that the majority of them are here to work, and we're going to do some good science work, and we're going to have fun doing it. And so for me, I enjoy my STEM classes because you know, the students are a couple steps above, and you know, they work a little harder.
How does STEM affect me and my class? In my class, we're a technology class. We're not part of the STEM program here at Ridgeland High School. However, you know, obviously, the concepts taught in STEM are a big part of this class. You know, there's math involved. There's a lot of obviously technology, and there's a form of engineering that's incorporated into audio-video technology. So it's a big deal here, and you know, we have done a good job in this program about turning out kids who are ready to go to work before they ever step foot in a college campus, and that's something I'm very proud of. We've done that several times in the short time that I've been here at Ridgeland High School, and that's not necessarily me. That's a token of gratitude to the students who've come through the program and their passion for learning this information and taking it and applying it to their careers.
One, it creates a community with accountability inside the academy, so when students stray from the beaten path, we can beat them back into the correct path. Figuratively, not literally. So number one, it creates a community within the academy. But number two, it integrates the different courses. We do that through a STEM project that is a year-long research and science project, and mini projects, which are just activities where we bring out aspects from multiple classes, which tend to focus on the ideas of STEM. So STEM is important because, from my perspective, the biggest 3 job openings in the near future are going to be health-related, computer related and engineering related. When STEM being science, technology, engineering, and math, we're trying to focus on the technology side of it. We're trying to give the kids more options than they get when they're not in STEM. So we want STEM because that's where the jobs are going to be. Might as well get started in high school.
Why STEM? Why should a young person be interested in STEM, at the STEM Academy, or just STEM related fields? Because in all honesty, that's where you're going to make your money. There's a lot of jobs available in this economy, but not all of them are going to give you the security or the financial security that you're going to need later on in life. And I think in those STEM fields, they're just going to continue to multiply. There's going to be jobs available for years and years and years to come in these fields. And I think that's just really, really important for young people to consider. We've sort of lost in our society the fact that somebody's going to go to work for a company and work for 40 years. But in these STEM related fields, you may not work for the same company for 40 years, but you're going to learn skills that will last with you over the course of your lifetime. What jobs have I had in STEM related fields? I mean, I've done everything in audio video technology, just about. I've worked in radio, I've worked in corporate communications, I've worked as a director, producer, graphics operator, audio engineer. I mean, the list goes on and on, camera operator. You know, everything you can imagine in the world of video, I've pretty much done.
Well, I have an undergraduate degree in geology, and so years ago I was an environmental consultant. So we did things like underground storage tank work, gas stations that had leaky gas tanks. We did riverfront remediation, bank stabilization. We did soil testing for septic systems. Yeah, so I could do that. I could work in the oil industry if I wanted. I could work in the mining industry. I could work for any other geotechnical type company with my degree.
So define STEM in one word.
Family.
I think if I had to define STEM in one word, for me personally, that word would be satisfying. Because it's satisfying at the end of the day when you're able to do something. You know, a lot of these jobs are very hands-on, and to me that's just satisfying at the end of the day when you can create something that other people enjoy.
Word.
Integrated.
STEM in one word.
Unique. One word. Worth it.
Hands-on.
Amazing.